for 15 years and counting.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly. We continue now with our analysis of the Republican debate in Milwaukee tonight. We asked Karl Rove to select a significant moment.
If Putin wants to go and knock the hell out of ISIS, I am all for it 100%, and I can't understand how anybody would be against it.
Without us leading, voids are filled. And the idea that it's a good idea for Putin to be in Syria, let ISIS take out Assad, and then Putin will take out ISIS, I mean, that's like a board game. That's like playing Monopoly or something. That's not how the real world works.
I don't like Assad. Who's going to like Assad? But we have no idea who these people and what they're going to be and what they're going to represent. They may be far worse than Assad.
All right, Mr. Rove joins us from Austin, Texas tonight. Why did you pick that clip?
Well, I didn't. Somebody else did.
Oh, somebody, I thought you picked it.
Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all. I thought it was an interesting exchange. I mean, there is Donald Trump defending keeping Assad in power, who is antithetical to our interests, an enemy of our allies in the region, a man who has been directly threatening Israel. And there is Donald J. Trump defending keeping him in power.
Yeah. But wait. Yeah. With the history of what happened to Gaddafi in Libya.
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened in Iraq.
No. What happened in Iraq after U.S. troops were withdrawn and we removed our influence and our leverage.
That's true. That's true.
And in Libya, we removed, Obama removed Gaddafi from power with no plan to influence it afterwards.
We don't have any plan in Syria either.
Here's the point. The next president better have a plan in Syria, because otherwise it's going to continue to be a source of instability in the region and an opportunity for Putin to reassert Russian influence in the Middle East, which they were thrown out in 1973.
Yeah,
Incidentally,
I said it was
we're off of the debate tonight. This is somebody on your staff picked that moment. That's not the moment I would have picked.
Which moment would you have picked?
Well, it's hard to pick one moment. I'd really pick two sets of moments. One set of moments were Jeb Bush started off by attacking Hillary Clinton, saying she gave Barack Obama an A. Here's how bad the economy is. Is that really liberal policies? Is that the best we can do? Ben Carson picked it up by saying Hillary Clinton lied on Benghazi. And elsewhere tonight, we had a number of those instances where the Republicans wisely framed themselves by opposing Clinton.
Not as many as they should have.
Not as many as they should have, but it was better than the last one for certain. The second moment I thought was a really interesting one. Trump gave an extended riff on how bad the Asian trade deal was, because China did this and China didn't get that, and we didn't do anything about China currency, et cetera, et cetera. And then there was a very sharp retort from Rand Paul, who said, wait a minute, China is not part of the Trans-Pacific trade deal. It's all the countries but China. Showing up Trump for not being, I mean, Trump did well tonight, but I don't think he did as well as most of the rest of the crowd, because it was the same sound bites by and large, and it wasn't as substantive on a night in which the questioners were really pushing for substance and detail and how are you going to do it.
You say Trump did well. Why? How did he do well?
Well, because he says some entertaining things. But I think that if you ranked everybody, Rubio, of course, look, he has done well in every one of these debates. He's been in the top. Ben Carson did well compared to expectations.
But he wasn't on much. You didn't see him.
That's right. But the guy who was on the most, interestingly enough, was Ted Cruz at about 13 minutes. I thought he did well on the amnesty thing. You talked about it earlier.
Right.
Lawyers and journalists. I thought he did well on his tax cut, where he escaped talking about how he wanted a 16% European-style value-added tax on business, but he did a good job of avoiding that. I think he was a little bit weak on the Bank of America question, where Jerry Baker was pressing him on, because he really, at the end of the day, said, I'm not going to bail him out. But then he said, I want the Federal Reserve to be the lender of last resort, which is, I want him to bail out.
But that's so complicated and so convoluted. Nobody's going. Look, you know as well as I do, being a guru, a political guru, it's the impression the audience takes from the debate, not the words that are said. It is the impression.
Well, that's one of the important things.
But let's just stick with that, because I only got a minute with you left. Okay, Rubio, good impression, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Cruz, good impression, correct?
Somewhat good, not as good as Rubio.
Trump, good impression? No.
No, just the same old, sort of flat.
But didn't hurt himself. Carson?
I think he did hurt himself. I think we began to see more that he knows the soundbite, he doesn't know the substance.
All right. Carson, did he hurt himself?
No, helped himself.
Helped himself.
Was more fluent than we thought.
Okay. Finally, Jeb Bush needed a big night. Everybody says he didn't get it. You say?
I disagree with Charles on this one. I think he had a good night. I think he did. I think he had a great answer on the economy. He gave a great retort on immigration to Donald Trump. He was the guy who brought up on discussing the economy about small banks, and everybody echoed it. I think he had a good night tonight.
All right.
Certainly the night he needed.
Thank you.